Hello again and welcome to another work solution. We have question 26 from the IGCSE Maths Extended 2017 October-November paper 2. All right, let's have a look at the question here. So we've got some kind of prism here, all right, and we've been asked to calculate the angle between the line AQ and the base ABCD of the prism. Okay, so this is our base along here, and we've been asked to calculate the angle between the line AQ and the base. So this is our line AQ running up here, and we want to find the angle between that and the base. So let's draw a line for the base here. So we're looking for a line from here to here, okay? So the angle that it's actually asking for is going to be the angle in here, okay? We want to know what this angle is here. And if I have a look at that triangle, I can see that I have the opposite side, but I don't have any other information about this triangle. And for me to solve for an angle, I need to have at least two sides of this triangle. So what I need to do is find another side, and a way I can do that is use the base here, in which I've got one side here and another side here, to solve for the unknown side. And what we're going to use is we're going to use our good friend Pythagoras. So if I take, let's go for green here. So if we look at this triangle here, okay, we're going to have a triangle which kind of looks like this, okay, and we know that we have 3 centimeters here, and this is 4 centimeters here. And if we remember Pythagoras, Pythagoras tells us that the square of A plus the square of B will give us the square of C. And I can choose either of these. This can be my A, this can be my B, but always the hypotenuse, or the angle opposite the right angle, is going to be our C. So I'm just going to substitute these values into the formula. So I'll have my 3 squared plus my 4 squared will be equal to my C squared. Okay, and I don't really want to figure out C. I actually want to know what, C squared is. I want to know what C is. So I want to find the square root of C. So the square root of C, if I find the square root of C squared, it'll be C. And if I do that, I need to find the square root of the other side of my equation. So it's going to be the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. Now you've got a calculator, so you should be able to work that out to be 25. And I can see that C is actually equal to 5. So now I have a value for the base of my triangle, and that happens to be 5. Okay, so now I have another triangle, and I have enough information. So let's go with red flavour here. So the actual triangle that I'm trying to solve for looks like this. Okay, roundabouts, and we've got a side of 2. We now know that this side here is 5, and we're trying to solve for this angle here. Now, we have a right angle there. Now I think to myself, okay, if I'm dealing with angles and sides, I'm going to use another mathematical tool, and that mathematical tool is SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Okay. So I'm going to label my triangle. So in relation to this angle here, this is my opposite side, and my hypotenuse is up here, so this must be my adjacent side. So I'm looking for the one of these which relates to the opposite and the adjacent side. And if I have a look, opposite and adjacent, it's actually my tangent here. So I'm going to apply that. So I'll go back to red. So SOHCAHTOA tells me that the tangent of an angle is equal to its opposite side over its adjacent side. Okay? So now I'm going to substitute the information that I have into this formula. So the tangent of an angle, which we don't know just yet, will be equal to its opposite, which is 2 over 5. Okay? Now, I don't want to know the tangent of the angle. I want to know the angle itself. And I can do that by finding the inverse tangent. Okay? So if I take the inverse of the tangent, it'll cancel it out, and I'll end up with my angle on its own. So the angle is going to be equal to, now, since I've taken the inverse of the left-hand side, I need to take the inverse of the other side. So the angle is going to be equal to the inverse tangent. Now that's just a button on your calculator. Usually you just press Shift and the tangent button, okay, of 2 over 5, okay, and that should give us an answer. And if I round that answer off to 3 significant figures, I'll end up with 21.8 degrees. Don't forget the degrees. Remember, we are working with an angle here, so we need to give it some form of unit, give it some form of context. And there's the solution to this problem. So again, if you have any more questions about this problem or about another one, just leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer that for you. And yeah, have a great day.